So Vikas gets this clip full of numbers about how AI has grown in India, even in India. Um, he just gets very baffled seeing this. But he gives it a try and sees if Genie can help him. So behind the scene, there's Cross Sonnet 3.5, which is trying to understand this data and see what kind of chart would be best to represent this and then return those data points. So you see, we have now got a chart. Uh, there's one problem, I think. It doesn't show the right trajectory, right? So this 2010, 2015, 20, 22, not very even x-axis. So let's say he goes here and say show every 2 years. Now this looks more real. 10, 12, 14, 16. Hmm. Of course, the points in between have been interpolated. It looks much more real now. Then he sees, oh, I can play with the colors. So he tries changing the colors, different themes. And then there's also more beautiful looking charts. And he sees this pie chart and this animation. Cool. So while he did that, he also recalled that there was a next project in his queue where he had to do a research on chip manufacturers. He don't have a data yet, but he said, okay, let's try if I can get some data right from this tool. So he goes and pastes this profits of top five chip manufacturers year on year, and then he tries to visualize it. Again, understand that this data might not be highly accurate, but a tool has just come up, right? A bunch of these graphs going up and down. Now, he did some research on the numbers and he saw that, okay, for TSM, this last year was not actually 26K, but 23K. So he goes here, edit option, and this year he just changes it to 23K and save. And now his chart should hopefully have the correct data. Now, while he was doing that, he also saw this very interesting thing. There's this blazing bar. So what's this? Oh, so every year it's trying to rank whichever manufacturer was leading in terms of profit. This was interesting. And while he was playing with this new toy, he totally forgot that he has to make 100x. And this color theme will not work. So while he was exploring options, he found this color palette. Oh, he can create a color palette. So let's do that. Let's create a 100x color palette and select it. And wow, this looks more like a 100x chart. But there's one small problem. I think the fonts are not very consistent. So why don't we do this? Let's go here and then add this official font of 100x and the fonts have changed. Don't know if this now looks very much like a 100x post. It has to go on the reel, so maybe he'll just resize it a little bit and see whatever works best.